Day 11, lesson 11. Today we're going to start focusing on, and remember I told you a couple of weeks ago, we're going to teach the mechanics and the brain will catch up. Well, now's the time to catch up on comprehension. So make sure you get some water and get a notepad to take a few notes. Okay. Taking notes will boost your reading comprehension immensely. So it was once said that questions are the answers to everything. When you ask better questions, you find the answers. So let's say that you're reading something, you're focusing on something, you're activating your reticular activating system called RAS, which determines how you focus and what your brain searches for. In other words, if I'm going to read in college some information, and at the end there's a quiz, I'm going to look at the quiz first. Read the quiz. I'm not trying to do anything else but read the questions. So Sir Isaac Newton did this in 1642, or Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. Whatever the story might be. It could be grade school, high school, college, or just at work. When you read the questions first, as you're reading the body of information, oh, what year did Columbus discover America? Over here it's telling you in 1492. So your mind says, that's one of them. Your mind says, that's another one. Your mind says, oh, there's that answer. So your mind knows what it's looking for. Your mind does not like open loops. It does not like open loops. When you're looking at your information, your mind has the ability to lock it into your long term. And here's a way you can lock information in to the long term. First of all, we have to say out loud that I have heard enough. Look in the mirror and shout, I do measure up. I am worthy of love. I forgive those who've offended me, and more importantly, I forgive myself. You have to clear the slate of guilt so your mind is free. This is hard to do. Forgiving those that hurt you? Well, how are you supposed to forgive people who did bad things to you? Focus in your mind that you're in court, but God is the judge. And you get to be able to be the one to talk in court. Let's say it's your ex, your spouse. They don't get to talk. They got tape over their mouth. You get to tell God all the wrong things they did to you. And they did this, and they did this, and they did this, and they made me feel this way, and they made me feel I don't measure up, and they made me feel bad, and they fussed at me, and they nagged at me, and they did this, and they did this, and they did this. You get to tell him everything. Then you get to look at him and you get to say, but I'm going to follow your word. And your word is in Scripture. And you told me to forgive. So in your imaginary court, you walk over in front of God and you give him a hug and you say, I forgive you. You're pardoned. This is lifting that guilt off of your soul. So you can go forward. It's real important. Now, it might be better to start with some small ones, like when you were in elementary school, somebody stole your lunchbox or stole your eraser. But when somebody steals your heart and soul, it hurts. To be a whole person again, you've got to find a way to let it go. So let's focus on letting things go by asking better questions. If I don't forgive my ex for this, what happens to me? I'm going to think of it all the time. I'm not going to be in another relationship because I'm going to say, well, every time I'm in a relationship, somebody takes advantage of me or somebody steals from me. You have to ask yourself better questions. Why do I want to forgive them? So they have no control over me anymore. They don't even matter anymore. And pretty soon you can't even remember what they did anymore because it left you. Don't let something bad keep you in an imaginary prison. You're stymieing your growth because of what they did to you. You're letting them win twice. You let them abuse you and use you, and now you're letting them hold you in jail. Set yourself free. Ask yourself better questions. If I set myself free, can I open up my heart to God and having love in my life again? Or just because I got laid off at this company doesn't mean that I should change industries. I'm in the automobile industry. I like working at XYZ car company. I'll just wait till I get called back, or I'll get in with another car company, or maybe the plant's closing down and moving to Mexico. That company does not define you. Only you define you. You're going to be going through some hard times if you've lost a job. Same thing if a tornado hits the town and tears it up, or a flood. We all go through bad things. But when you know that you will be okay, and you see the end result during a catastrophe, and you know what the heck's going to happen, that you're going to be okay, you get through it much easier. Be the one that guides the family into prosperity. Remember to ask questions. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will always open the door. Matthew 7:7. One thing that will make your mind go faster, make your mind love deeper, make your mind retain all information, make new white brain matter, make it where you can comprehend more and more, is the main factor in all this. You have to love yourself. If you love yourself and you wake up loving who you are, and you wake up saying, God, give me some prosperity so I can help the world. When you pray for prosperity to help others, the Lord sends you good things. If you've been praying for a long time about, hey, I don't know what I want to do with my life, I don't know what's going on, you got this course, your prayer's been answered. It's up to you now to use the knowledge to set yourself free. But you have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, nothing's ever going to be good in your life. You'll have a pretend life, but you won't have a real life. You'll have ups and downs, you'll have hurts, but you'll never have closeness, because it's all fake, it's all phony. I don't know about you, but I want something real in my life. I'm only here for a little bit of time, 60, 80, 100 years. I want to enjoy life. I want my significant other to be honored, where she's happier than she's ever been, and it's my job to make sure, as a man, I take care of her and her needs. Because by taking care of her and her needs, she's going to take care of me. But I have to love myself so she can love me. Okay. Let's take and visualize success. Let's turn on some music and turn on your favorite song. And while you're listening to the favorite song, this time I want you to think about how I can forgive myself and how can I love myself. Okay? Real important that you love yourself. I take my breath away when I look in the mirror. I say, gee whiz, I love me. Think about loving yourself. Keep your eyes closed. Think about how you're going to be successful, how you're going to be able to learn, how you're going to be able to retain all information. Focus on cleaning out the closet in the mind. Now, say to yourself, I've already did this. I'm free. And think, 5 years from now, how happy you're going to be that you decided to quit smoking, quit drinking, whatever it is. That you made a decision that you want a better life, that you want to look in the mirror and like who you are. That's powerful to like who you are. I wake up every day thanking God for my blessings and thanking for Rhonda. I never dreamed in a million years that God could make such a beautiful human being. And you'll meet her on one of these one day, but I'll tell you what, she's the real deal. And she loves me for me, not for pieces of paper, not money or anything else. She's a really superhuman being. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to take and do our stretching infinity exercise. We're going to hand off. Let's get ready. Slow. Stretch, 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 stretch. As far as it'll go. Down, then back up. Hand off the baton. Stretch, 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 stretch. Come back around the track. Hand off the baton. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Stretch, 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 stretch. I'm going to just look forward at you this time. Focus on what's ahead, and my peripheral vision will catch everything. Train yourself that your peripheral vision, even though you're staring straight ahead, can catch everything. Just like a couple 100,000 years ago, when you were a hunter-gatherer, your instincts, if that tree moved over there, wow, that might be dinner, or wow, I might be dinner. You know, those saber-toothed tigers, they like to eat me, you know, so I got to watch myself out there. All right, so let's get our book. We're going to read 1 minute for pleasure, and we're going to time ourselves. And on your mark, get ready, get set, and go. And stop. Congratulations. We're not going to count the lines up today. We're just going to take and give you a little break on that because we're stretching our peripheral vision. Today we had an emotional experience. We decided to let the past go. We decided to let the hurts and pains go. We decided to forgive those who have abused us. So since that you've had a cleansing of the soul, so to speak, my grandmother was a Cherokee Indian, and a long time ago, the Indians had dances for everything. So we want you to design tonight your own little 30-second freedom dance. And maybe your freedom dance has to evolve a little bit more because you still got to work on forgiving some people. But let's set a goal to free ourselves from the past, and let's celebrate and dance. Play some kind of song, play some kind of music, or make up your own tune. Or do like an Indian or a Hawaiian person or whatever you want to do. But let's work on doing a freedom dance. If you want to take and videotape once you get your freedom dance finalized and send it in, I think it's great. If you don't want me to share it with anybody, I won't share it with anybody. But if you want to say it's okay to share the rest of the people, On the website, there's a little thing there called comments from team members or the tribe. And we're all in this tribe of learning together. So if you want to send that in and make that available to others, you don't have to put your name or city. You can say Donnie from Denver, Colorado, or Susie from Hawaii, whatever it might be, and we can all enjoy watching other people do some crazy dances. What it means when you use different senses, when you're singing and you're moving and you're making your dance up, you're having touch, you're having sight, you're having sound, you're engaging more senses. So when you're focusing on forgiving yourself and loving yourself, what better way to celebrate than using all your senses, where you can hear, hey, 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 or you can touch, or you can feel the floor. So enjoy making up your dance. And while a lot of people may say, well, this is completely crazy, I agree with you. It is completely crazy to hold on to the past. It is completely crazy not to let it go. It is completely crazy to put yourself in prison. And the dance is your freedom dance. You should have danced this dance a long time ago. But now somebody's here is telling you it's time to let it go, time to move on, time to be free. So all I can tell you, when I first was doing this, I was free from ever going back to work for anybody else in 1979. And I said, I'll never, ever work for anybody else but myself again. I went home and I said this, you know what? I'm not even going to try to be motivated about it. I wrote down, I feel great, I feel fine, I will feel this way all the time. Nobody, but nobody is going to take my dignity away from me. I feel great, I feel fine, I will feel this way all the time. Nobody, but nobody is going to hurt me anymore. And then I started saying, I feel great, I feel fine, I feel this way all the time. I feel great, I feel fine, I feel this way all the time. And I was going crazy and the neighbors were like, what the heck's going on? Is the house on fire? Because I'm in the garage. And then I said, no, I'm just celebrating that I'm free from ever working for anybody else. So whatever your goals are, that was mine, was my abilities will set me free from that stupid warehouse job. $5 an hour. And the next year I made $220,000. All because I acquired the skill of reading and learning all types of sales techniques. So I feel great, I feel fine, I feel this way all the time until tomorrow. Tomorrow is a really special day. Can't wait to tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. Until then, God bless. Do your homework.